Hey everyone, welcome to another live class offered by myself, Elizabeth Scala, with Living Sublimely Well. We are going to do a practice today that allows us to move our spine 6 different directions. And in that practice, we're actually going to do them on 3 levels. So sitting, kneeling, standing, and we'll do some fun things in between. Practice will be around 45 minutes or so, just giving yourself that time and that space. Before we get started, just want to allow you to gather your props while I'm going through the medical disclaimers. And what I mean by props is blocks, a yoga strap or just some type of tool like that, a blanket, folding the blanket over so that you have a flat accordion style surface, or if you have a bolster or a pillow or a meditation cushion you like to use, that's fine too. We may not use all of the props today, but I do encourage you to gather them and a drink of water so that in case you need a prop, you can use it. Yoga is actually about the present moment, and each time you show up to practice, you're showing up in the now. So you may find that you can do more than you did the last practice, or you actually may find you can do less. You never know what your body is going to be showing up like in practice. So that's why I bring the props, even if I'm not going to use them. For many postures, especially those of us with elbow injuries, and if you can't straighten your arm, or if you have another injury with a different kind of limb on your body, you never want your limb to be dangling in space. So the yoga blocks come in handy for someone like myself who can't reach all the time. And so that's why I say I don't think we're particularly using these today in a specific pose. However, you may want to grab them and have them handy so that you can see in today's practice, is this going to assist me to get into the posture? Because yoga is not about forcing the body into these poses. My teacher, my yoga instructor, who I went through training with, always said that yoga is not about using the body to get into the pose, but using the pose itself to get into, and then I often add, and feel the physical body. So we use the postures to feel the body, to notice the sensations, to push ourselves to the edge of practice. All right, that being said, if you're under doctor's care, surgeon, pain specialist, nurse practitioner, therapist, occupational, physical, whatever, and you have restrictions related to some physical movement, honor those restrictions from your healthcare professional. I cannot see you, you can only see me. So I can't see if you're doing something incorrectly or pushing yourself to a place of pain. Honor your body, feel your body, notice the pose, and then decide, can I stretch a little bit deeper into this posture, or do I need to back off? If you experience any intense, sharp, shooting, tingling sensations, a limb go numb, back out of the posture, pause for a moment, catch your breath, and join us in a future pose. Or if you're loving a pose that we're doing so much and you'd like to linger in that pose a little bit longer, it's your practice. So as I've said, listen to and honor your body. Yoga is for you. All right, well, I think that's good. So we will begin. Now, I talk about a bolster, a meditation cushion, a pillow, a folded blanket, because if you are coming to your yoga mat and you haven't done any stretching yet in the day, your hips may be really tight, your knees may be really high near your shoulders, and we want to open our legs in a cross-legged seated posture. We want to be able to comfortably sit like this as we start with our breath work. So you'll see I'm sitting on the edge of my folded blanket, just having my sits bones on the blanket, and that can help you sit more easily as we begin. So go ahead and take a seated posture of your choosing. Allowing the hands to rest gently in the lap or on your legs. We have arrived in the now. In the now yoga. If you're comfortable too, you can gently close your eyes or take a soft gaze to the tip of your nose. Just bringing your attention to the breath. Notice your breathing in this moment. Without judgments or labels, just watch and observe. If you become distracted with a noise, a thought, a sensation in the body, just notice that and gently let it sit to the side for the moment. Come back to focusing on the breath. Yoga is linking breath with movement. So throughout today's practice, I'll gently remind you to breathe, to focus on the breath as you feel the sensations in the body. Before we begin, just invite you to set an intention for today's practice. Perhaps a word, a phrase, a feeling, or a mantra. And mentally, quietly saying to yourself your intention for the practice in the present. Let's go ahead and warm up our necks and shoulders. So inhale, looking up. Exhaling, chin to chest. Inhale, send the gaze upwards. Exhaling the chin to chest. 2 more times, following your own breath. Back to neutral, this time side to side. Inhaling, turning left. Exhaling to neutral. Inhale, turning right. Exhaling, neutral. 2 more times. Following your own breathing. Time each direction, inhaling as you turn, and exhaling as you come back to the middle. Meeting me at center. Great job, yogis. Let's take our left ear towards the left shoulder. Then exhaling the chin through the chest, rolling over to the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling that chin to the chest, rolling over to the first side. One more time in both directions, pairing your movements with your breathing. Finished, meeting me back at center. If you did have the eyes closed, gently blinking them open. Great job, yogis. Feel free at any time through practice to pause, take a sip of water, to rest, honor your body, do what you need. So we're going to do a seated cat-cow here. So inhale, lifting the chest, gazing towards the sky, arching the back. And then exhale, rounding the back, tucking your chin toward your chest. Inhale, arching the back, dropping those shoulders, gazing to the sky. Exhale, rounding that back. Chin comes to chest, belly button towards spine. Following your breath. Noticing where you feel sensation. Listening to your body. We'll do one more time in each direction. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to round. Coming to neutral. Excellent work. So we're going to go side to side. This is the moving the spine the 6 different ways. So inhaling that arm up and exhaling, leaning to the right. Inhaling that arm up, exhaling down, other side. Inhale, exhale to lean, lifting the chest, gazing towards the elbow. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Following your breath, linking breath to movement. Do one more time each direction. So inhale that arm up. Exhale, leaning to the right, gazing up towards the elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time. Great job, yogis. Coming back to neutral. You can keep your legs as they are if you choose, or if you prefer, you can extend them long out in front of you. We're going to take a spinal twist in each direction. So if you prefer to sit like this, you can. The other option would be to bend your right leg across the left and take that right arm, wrap it around, the left arm, wrap it around the right leg. Lifting to lengthen, and then exhale to start twisting towards the right. Inhaling to lift and lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, sitting up long and tall. Exhale, twisting just a little bit deeper over that right shoulder. Keep breathing. Gently unwinding, coming back to neutral. Excellent job. If you did choose the bent leg route, go ahead and straighten both legs, lifting up that left leg, bending it and placing it over the right. The right arm comes around the leg. The left arm, the hand is placed at the left, but a little bit behind the left hip. So inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale, sitting long and tall. Exhale, twisting over that left shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twisting. Breathing deeply, exploring your edge. Come on back, gently and slowly back to neutral. Great job, yogis. All right, so we're gonna make our way to tabletop posture so we can move the spine the 6 different ways. Kneeling. Again, honor your body, listen to its needs. If it's difficult for you to spend time on your knees, you can take that folded blanket, or you can even roll your yoga mat up underneath itself so that it's a little bit thicker. So knees will come underneath the hips, tops of the feet flat to the mat, palms, fingers fully spread, palms under elbows, elbows under shoulders. Legs are hip width distance apart, starting in tabletop posture. So we're going to inhale, lift the tail, lift the head, drop the belly, and then exhale, rounding the back, chin towards chest, belly button towards spine. Inhale, lifting the tail, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding the back, belly button towards spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. Keep moving through the cat-cow posture at the pace of your breath. One more time in each direction. Great job, yogis. Meeting me back at tabletop. Now we're going to wag the tail. So inhale, looking over your shoulder, popping your tail towards the side you're looking. So if you're looking to the left, popping your tail to the left. Exhaling back to the middle. Inhaling other side. So head gazes past the shoulder, popping that tail to attempt to see your hip. Exhaling the middle. You're making a C with the spine, the letter C with your spine. You may not be able to see the hip when you peek around your shoulder to look for it. That's okay. The intention is there. Moving that spine side to side. Great job. Let's come back to neutral. And now let's just make hip circles. So go ahead and move the hips in a circular fashion. Back over the feet, out to the side, up towards the front of the mat. At the pace and size of your choosing, go ahead and go the opposite direction. Great job, yogis. Excellent work. All right, coming back to tabletop. And let's go ahead and take child's pose posture. So if you do have a blanket beneath your knees, go ahead and remove the blanket. Take your knees mat width distance apart. Take the big toes behind you so they're touching. Now, if you do have problems with your knees, or if this hurts your ankles or hips, you can take that blanket and lay it right across your calves, and when you send your hips back towards your feet, you can have that blanket in between. So send the hips back towards the feet, drop your chest, and take your forehead to the mat, to stacked fists, or to a block. If your forehead does not touch the mat, use a prop because we don't want the forehead just dangling in space. So forehead to the mat, stretching those arms upwards towards the top of your mat. Breathe into the posture. Breathe into where you're feeling the sensations in the body. With your inhale, lifting yourself back up into tabletop. If there's a blanket behind you, go ahead and remove that. let's tuck the toes. Let's do one here to stretch the toes. So just lean back towards the heels. So many of us wearing work shoes, high heels, stuffing our feet into things. The bottoms of our feet need to stretch out. So just leaning your hips back towards the heels, and if you can lift your chest, go ahead and do that. If it's too much for you, just explore your edge. Notice where you're feeling the sensation, and keep breathing into the posture. All right, good job, yogis. All right, let's go ahead and come to standing in a forward fold. So coming to our feet, allowing the head to dangle, the arms to hang. You may want to grab hands to opposite elbows, perhaps swaying a bit from side to side, releasing the back. Let the head hang heavy. So nod the head yes, shake the head no, and just let that head hang heavy. Releasing the neck, releasing the shoulders. Breathing here. With your inhale, taking your hands to your legs and slowly walking yourself up to a standing posture. All right, I'm going to grab a sip of water. We're going to move our spine the 6 different ways in our standing pose. Moving any props out of your way. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, letting it out with a sigh. All right, let our feet be hip-width distance apart, a slight bend in our knee, and to begin with, let's just shake it out. So shake out your arms, shake out each leg, let the tailbone shake, shaking our hips, letting the head shake, the whole body just shaking out that energy. Sometimes between poses, it's a good idea to just shake out the energy from the previous pose. So now that we're standing, getting ourselves ready. Awesome work. All right, feet are hip-width distance apart, slight bend in those knees. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms up and overhead. Palms come to touch, exhaling to heart center. One more time. Inhaling, lifting, looking up, exhaling down. Great, so let's inhale our shoulders up towards our ears. We'll do some work for our shoulders. Inhaling up towards the ears, exhaling down the back. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Going at your pace of breathing, making the shoulder circles as large or small as you like to. All right, let's go the opposite direction. Inhaling the arms up, rolling the shoulder blades forwards. Keep breathing. Excellent job. I'm just going to check the camera for 1 second. It's kind of dark, so something got unplugged. All right. Hope you can see me all. Okay, wonderful job, yogis. Let's come back to our standing posture. And let's hold your arms sort of gently, let them dangle at your sides, but doing one again for the shoulders and that neck. So as we did when we were seated, we rolled our ears. We're gonna do sort of similarly to that, but we're gonna let ourselves hang and stay in the posture to really experience the stretch. So go ahead and tuck your chin to your chest, and then with your inhale, roll that right ear to the right shoulder. And now just stay here, breathing here. You may explore that left arm that's dangling moving it a little tiny bit out to the side. You may also explore, this is up to you, taking the right hand and placing it on the left side of the head. Just giving some more gentle pressure to deepen the stretch. That's up to you. You may explore looking up. You might explore looking down. Feel your body and notice where you feel the stretch. Breathe deeply, as if there's a little pair of lungs in that area of the body. Breathe right where you're feeling it. All right, let's tuck your chin towards your chest, bring your head up to the other side. So again, the left ear is towards the left shoulder. The arms are dangling. You may explore moving those dangling arms to deepen the stretch. You may explore taking your hand to the head. You can explore looking up and looking down. Only you can feel your body. Notice where you're feeling the stretch, breathing into the stretch. Great job. All right. Exhaling that chin to chest, inhaling the head back up to neutral. Excellent work. All right, so let's take the palms of our hands, make slight closed fists, bring our arms into a 90-degree angle. We're going to go with the spinal pump here. Remember, moving that spine 6 different directions in all 3 postures. So we're exhaling to close our forearms together and round the back. And then we're inhaling to lift the chest, drop the shoulders, gazing upwards, arms open. Exhaling to round the back, close the arms, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up, dropping shoulders, opening arms, arching the back. So keep breathing and following the breath with the movements. One more time. Coming back to the middle. Meeting me at neutral. Great job. So now similarly, side to side as we did seated and otherwise, we're going to do a similar posture. But this time we're not going to so much lean. So we're borrowing some poses here from Qigong. So with our inhale, we're going to lift up, but the other arm is going to lift down. Side stretch without leaning to the side. So both arms are pulling in opposite directions. Exhaling through the middle. Inhaling, other arm lifts up while the other hand presses down the leg. Exhaling through the middle. Inhale, as if you're pulling both arms away from each other. Exhale. Other side, inhale. Exhale, following your breath. Inhaling to separate the arms. Exhaling to flow through middle. One more time on each side. Great job, yogis. Coming to stillness. Now, here's a great one for us, those of us with our shoulder, elbow, upper extremity, arm issues. Again, borrowing postures from Qigong, doing sort of a fruit picking posture. So we're going to inhale, one arm up, and then the other. breathing as you're reaching, picking those apples from the tree. You may want to bend the knees between the lifted arms. Both arms are pulling up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow your hands, looking up in the direction of your arm. Keep breathing. Keep flowing. Doesn't matter what the movement looks like, just about the moving. You may notice a gentle smile across the face. Breathe and be. Excellent job. Let's bring this to a close. Wonderful work. All right, before we come back to our mats, let's twist in our standing posture. So feet are hip width distance apart, slight bend in those knees. On the inhale, both arms come up, and on the exhale, twist towards the left, dropping the right arm in the front, the left arm in the back. Inhaling the arms up, twist towards the right, dropping the left arm in the front and the right arm in the back. Inhaling the arms up, exhale, twisting, dropping those hands. Inhaling up, wasp coming towards my face, the joy of practicing outside. Exhale, twisting. So following your breath, twisting the full body, lifting up through the middle, exhaling to twist. Great job. Bringing this to stillness. Excellent work. Excellent job. Great practice, yogis. All right, let's come back down to our mats, lying on our backs, moving closer to our final relaxation. Lying fully on your back, allowing the back side of your body to make contact with the mat. Let's go ahead and just take some twists here to finish off the practice. So let's go ahead and bend both knees, soles of the feet coming to the mat. Pick up the left leg into the air, cross the left leg over the right, as if you're sitting in a chair with your leg over one. Now, lift the hips, scooching them towards the left so that you're on your right hip. Then roll the legs towards the right, keeping both shoulder blades down, pinned firmly on the mat. Your gaze can remain towards the sky, or if you choose, your gaze can go over towards the left fingertips. It's up to you. Breathing into the stretch. Notice where you feel the sensations and send the breath there. With your inhale, lifting the legs back up to the middle. Go ahead and lift those hips back to neutral. Raise the left leg into the air and let the left sole of the foot come to the mat. Switching sides. So lift the right foot into the air, crossing the right leg over the left. Lift up your hips, scooching them towards the right, landing on that left hip. Then allow the legs to flop towards the left. Again, keeping both shoulder blades pinned to the mat. Gaze can be up towards the sky, or gaze can be out over the right fingertips, your choice. And breathe here. With your inhale, using your core strength, lift the legs back up to the middle. Go ahead and scoot your hips so they're square to the mat. Lift the right leg up into the air, bringing the right leg down to meet the left. Go ahead and rock your knees from side to side, just releasing that lower back. Before we close and go into Shavasana, taking any final posture of your choice, whether it's happy baby, supported shoulder stand, lifting the legs up, taking a full body stretch, or if you're ready, just already getting yourself into Shavasana pose. If you're taking a final posture that requires you change sides to balance it out, go ahead and take the other side. When you're ready to, go ahead and make your way into final corpse pose, lying flat to your back, little toes flopping out to the corners of your mat. Lift the tail, tucking the tailbone. Lift the chest, tucking the shoulder blades down the back. Letting your arms flop open at your sides, palms facing up, or if that's uncomfortable for you, just go ahead and let your hands rest on your belly. And just feeling the body. Taking a big belly breath deep into the stomach. And letting it out through the mouth with a sigh. Just resting here in final relaxation. begin to bring some small movements into the body, gently wiggling the fingers and toes. Making small circles with the wrists and ankles. If you choose to, lifting the arms, placing the hands overhead, pointing the toes and taking a full body stretch. As if waking for the first time today. Bringing the arms back down if you chose to lift them. Rolling onto your right side. Moving slowly and gently, nourishing the body. Taking your right hand, pushing yourself up into a seated posture of your choosing. Letting your hands be at your side, closing your eyes just for another moment. Today's reading from Melody Beatty. Sometimes we need to start over. In work, in love, in our place of residence, in creating our lives. Sometimes we have to start over again when we don't want to, didn't plan on it, or don't think it's fair. We may end a relationship, move, start a new job, start a new career, or begin an entirely different part of our lives. A part so different we don't recognize it as being connected to the earlier ones. It's new. We're new. Life is new. We're starting over again. Sometimes it feels like we're starting from scratch. While we may feel a sense of excitement about the new beginning, we may also harbor a sense of dread. Not again, not one more time, I can't, I don't want to. That reaction is understandable. We become tired, frightened, we feel uncertain. Honor all of your feelings, all of your emotions. Remember all your lessons. Clear the way to your heart, then make a decision. It's time for a fresh start. Go ahead and let your arms drop to your sides. With your inhale, palms facing up, lifting the arms overhead. Exhaling the hands together, coming to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing yoga with me today. It has been an honor and a blessing. I didn't share this with you earlier, but today is a very special day. It is the 1-year anniversary from my accident, and I am thrilled to be able to facilitate yoga practice for you, for me, for all. In gratitude, thank you everyone for being here. We'll see you next week.